No one can hold their breath forever.
Hello and welcome to Flair's Guides. Today I'm going to be overviewing Viper and her abilities. Viper is a controller. I'm quickly going to go over her abilities. So, here are Viper's abilities. So the first is Snake Bite on the left, which is a Molotov. The second normal ability is Poison Cloud, which is a smoke grenade, which does special effects, which I'll talk about later. The third is Toxic Screen, which is a large gas wall. And fourth, which is her ultimate ability, is Viper's Pit, which is a large, very big gas cloud area of effect area. So first is Molotov, which is fired in the following way. You equip it and then click it. Second is her smoke grenade, which you pick up and then throw. And with the smoke grenade ability, you activate it again with the same button. My button is F.
Poison orb emitting.
And it goes up like that. You can see at the bottom of my screen I've got a meter that's depleting, which is my gas meter. If I switch it off, then my gas meter increases again. You can also pick up the orb as well, but only once per round, I believe. Viper's third ability and her tactical ability, which does recharge and is bought automatically at the beginning of every round for free, is her Toxic Screen, which can go through walls. So it's a large wall that can go through walls or pierce through them. So I'm just going to shoot it here. And it sends a large line through the walls, and you activate it again.
Toxins going up.
To raise it. Viper's last ability and her ultimate ability is the Snake Pit, which is the very large gas area of control cloud, which you equip and then place down somewhere in front of you.
Don't get in my way.
It's a huge smoke area. How this works is, if you leave the area, you'll see smoke integrity at the top of my screen. If you leave it, you can leave for a small period of time. You must re-enter to retain the cloud. As long as you stay in the cloud and you're alive, the cloud remains up indefinitely. Hold to deactivate as well. Really quickly, Viper's abilities also have a lot of quirks to them. I'll go over the Molotov first. So the Molotov makes this break to shield effect, which weakens enemies. So I'm just going to show you briefly that it takes 4 shots roughly to kill an enemy when they're not weakened. 1. So that took 1 shot there for the weakened enemy. They'd already taken damage as well. All of Viper's smoke abilities as well, when placed and enemies are caught in them, will start weakening and making them vulnerable as well. Their health will reduce down to 0 when they're in it. This does not affect your teammates, so you can't see it yet. But their health is seeping away down to 0. So I'll take 2 shots. That will take 1 body shot.
Off. Poison orb emitting.
This weakening effect applies to all enemies in all abilities that you pass
Toxins
through,
going
which
up. Poison's
includes
off.
your wall and orb and
Toxin
ultimate.
screen down.
The last thing to quickly note as well is Viper's large ultimate gas cloud, Viper Pit, which when put down, not many people can see it easily. Viper has a special quirk that highlights enemies more readily when going through it. This may not work correctly with bots, but enemies will be highlighted very, very brightly when in the gas cloud, as compared to not in the gas cloud. This highlight effect is only available for Viper, so only you, when you're in your gas cloud, can see these highlighted effects and see enemies slightly easier than doing this. Another tip as well is bending down also extends that view beyond what you should already be able to see. Little tip there. So now we're just going to talk about attacking with Viper on a site. So first thing you want to do before the round starts, generally speaking, is to come up to a wall, predestined location, So look at my minimap in the top left corner. You'll see that I'm trying to cover up as much as the entrances as possible. I'm just going to fire that off there. So if you can see, that's reached the ramp area to the tower heaven area as well, blocking off this entrance and that entrance. So what you'll then do is you'll come up to this area, raise your wall.
Toxins going up.
That gives you good coverage here, and also a good coverage to this entrance here. Then, for example, you want to come up to the site, and then for your teammate, try to block off that area as well.
Not enough fuel. Toxin screen down.
So now your wall is up, and also you've thrown your orb here, whilst behind cover.
Toxin.
Turn both of those on
Emitting.
quickly to get cover for your teammates to come safely onto the site. Maybe firing off a Molotov there as well to stop people going in. Get a safe bomb plant in the corner here.
Light planted. Toxin screen down.
If you're by yourself as well, also ultimating
Don't get in my way.
near the bomb, just to hide and give yourself a bunch of cover and to weaken the enemy. Play around the bomb. Whilst you protect it, it's a really good way solo to do that. Just to protect the bomb whilst attacking. So now I'm just going to talk about defending a site at Viper as well. So what you'd like to do just before the start of the round as well, just like last time, is to set up your walls. So here we've got a choke point area where the enemy's going to enter, and also another one here. So for example, just here, I'm going to set up two walls, two areas that are going to be cut off by my wall here, which should hopefully cover enough of that area there. So this cuts off this area here. This isn't a perfect wall. Cuts off that area there, and also this area here, just to give them no cover, meaning they have to run straight through and can't edge around the sides too well. And for example, we'd also set up another smoke here, in case, for example, you just want that open, that orb open, and not this wall up here. But generally speaking, you can also fire off walls for your teammate as well. For example, if you cover just a site by yourself with one orb here, and then fire off your wall towards this direction. For your teammate to cover middle as well. Then you'll be helping them as well, and your teammate can call out when to raise and lower the wall on the other side of the map as well. So now the round started. Going to raise our wall here. Gives us a nice little angle here. Not the best of angles, and this wall could be done better, but this is just an example. And this is cut off here as well. So a teammate can defend up here, and you can defend there, and shoot off Molotovs here as well, if need be. If you've got your ultimate, you can also defend your site solo by yourself as well, using your large Toxic Cloud ultimate, Viper's Pit.
Don't get in my way.
Again, using silenced weapons just to gain the advantage, lurking around your cloud, so that enemies have a hard time coming in whilst not being weakened, but hopefully you can just pick them off inside it as well, just to deny that bomb plant.
Plant the spike.
So just some final tips for Viper. Generally speaking, it's really good to have lineups. So earlier you would have seen me wall from here, all the way down across here, blocking off this area here and this path from heaven onto the site here as well. Having a lineup ready to go for that. Also having Molotov lineups where you shoot them into the air in a set area from behind cover to land onto the bomb is also really useful as well. As a beginner, don't worry too much about lineups, just worry just about playing the game and making sure that you're hitting enemies and denying them on the bomb. Another good thing to remember as well, just as a beginner, is just to pick up your orb in post-plant situations, or to deny plants if you know where the bomb's going to be planted or has been planted.
Spike is here.
For example here, just from cover, trying to toss your smoke grenade into where the spike area is.
Poison orb emitting.
Here an enemy is coming, you can cover that up there so that they can't see you. Fire a Molotov onto it and they'll get damage
Poison's off.
from that as well. So they'll get double invulnerability from both your Molotov and your smoke. That's a really good technique, by the way, is
Poison orb emitting.
someone gaining vulnerability and enemy gaining vulnerability from your smoke effect, and also getting the shield reduction from your Molotov as well. So they'll get double invulnerability and die very quickly if they
Poison's
don't
off.
move out of the Molotov whilst in one of your smokes. That's everything for today. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed, leave a comment, and obviously ask me if you have any questions in regards to Viper. Enjoy. Thanks. Bye.
Toxins going up.